Hey everyone, Jason Siebold here. Want to make this quick video, talk to you about this documentary I watched last night on Netflix called Knuckleball. Now, I'm a big baseball fan. Most people think that baseball is boring. I think it's pretty exciting. I consider it a baseball game and talk to a friend about baseball. I mean, recite stats and what have you. Most people find that boring. I think it's exciting, like I said, but this particular documentary was fascinating to me because it was all about the knuckleball, just one single pitch. And it was an hour and a half about the knuckleball, and it was a fascinating documentary. It focused on two specific players, the only two knuckleball pitchers in Major League Baseball as of the making of this documentary, which was last year, and how the knuckleball pitchers are shunned. They're kind of thought of as outsiders, as aliens. It's kind of interesting. They're alienated. They're kind of their own pitchers because the knuckleball is so erratic. It can be so unpredictable. Nobody really knows exactly what it's going to do. Including catchers, they don't know what it's going to do. So the chances are that they're going to be the more wild pitches. They're going to be more home runs. So if the knuckleball pitcher is bad, then they're going to hit home runs like crazy on this pitcher. So the reason I want to talk to you about this particular documentary is because it focused on this one pitcher, knuckleball pitcher called R.A. Dickey. And R.A. Dickey, I believe now he plays for the Toronto Blue Jays, but at the time of this documentary he played for the Mets. And he talks about how he's alienated. He at the beginning of his career he just didn't know. He didn't have a feel for where he fit in, and he wasn't that great. He was a mediocre pitcher. But once he picked up the knuckleball, he started exclusively pitching this knuckleball pitch, and he started getting better. But again, it's one of those hot and cold relationships with a pitch where if he has it, he has it. If he doesn't, he really doesn't have it. And so managers and teams tend to give up on knuckleball pitchers easier. They tend to kind of just bench them or put them in the bullpen, or they don't know what to do with them a lot of times. But if they're patient and they sit with them and they don't trade them, they can do a lot of good for the team. So this particular player, R.A. Dickey, has this one little scene where he talks about how they're alienated. They feel like they're not part of baseball. There's only been I think 80 knuckleball pitchers in baseball history, and as of last year there were two. Now there's only one, R.A. Dickey, in the entire major leagues. All of baseball, there's only one knuckleball pitcher right now. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is because a lot of times as home-based business owners, we feel alienated. We feel like we're on our own, like we don't know where to go or what to do with ourselves and with our lives. Sometimes, friends, family members, they kind of tend to put us aside and not think that we're serious. But the reality is that we're trying to build something, and if there's patience, if people are patient with us and they see what we're doing, they'll understand where we're coming from. And so the reason that this is important and why I mention this now is because as a home-based entrepreneur, I find that I have been not shunned, but alienated a lot. You've heard of the NFL, the No Friends League. If you're a home-based entrepreneur, chances are you've been a part of the No Friends League. And so what I took out of this documentary is that it's important to believe in yourself and to stick with it. Because this pitcher, R.A. Dickey, he went through insurmountable odds. I mean, he was sent up and down the farm system. he was married at a very young age, and so his wife, and he had young children, so his wife had to support him and endure, like, moving 37 times, and I think they said like 12 years, 37 times in 12 years, and not really having stability, not really having that place you can call home, specifically as children. But here's what it's really cool. Now, the documentary doesn't talk about this because it was finished middle of last year, but since I follow baseball, I know what ultimately happened at the end of the season, and this pitcher, R.A. Dickey, actually won the Cy Young Award last year. That's the highest honor you can receive as a pitcher. There's only one Cy Young Award winner per year, per league, and he won the Cy Young Award for the National League. Now, the lesson here is that he, even in unsurmountable odds, obstacles, no matter what he was going through, you know, ups and downs, he stuck with it. He stuck with it, and he could have quit. And not just that, but he actually has a missing ligament in his elbow, and so as a result, he shouldn't be able to pitch. As a matter of fact, he shouldn't be able to turn a doorknob, but he can, and he's gone through it, and he's been able to become a major league pitcher, a true major league pitcher, and win the Cy Young Award and win accolades. When he was a teenager, he actually had insured his arm for $1 million. So when he was young in his career, he was given the choice: you can cash out your your insurance on your arm, or you can take $75,000. So he could have cashed out for $1 million, but that would have meant that he would never have been a baseball player ever again. But he had a dream. He had a dream, and he followed it through. And by following it through, not only did he become a world-class player and an athlete, but he achieved his dreams, and it became an inspiration to all of us. And that's what that documentary means to me. So, if you get a chance to watch it, I highly suggest it. If you're not a baseball fan, it's still pretty interesting, but it might be a little boring for you, perhaps. So that's my video for today on sticking with your dreams and not giving up. Never giving up. In an earlier video, I mentioned a water slide in the back of the park that I usually go to, and hold on a second. That's the there's a pool right there, and there's the water slide. You can see it. It's a cool little water slide. You know, it's a cool little community here. This is actually being torn down, but the light rail is right there. That's the light rail right there. And then we have like apartment complexes that are going up. But on the other side of this little, apartment thing here, there's actually all kinds of really cool apartment complexes that are coming up. So anyways, that's my video for today. Thanks for watching. And it's Friday. Looking forward to the weekend, but at the same time, looking forward to getting some stuff done. All right. You have a great weekend. You have a great day. Bye-bye.